Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we will be talking about survey research. Okay, 1 minute. I think my slide is hanged. 1 minute. Okay, the slide doesn't go forward. 1 minute. Okay, so now what is a survey? So researchers are often interested in the opinion of a large group of people about a particular topic or issue. And there are three major characteristics that most surveys possesses. So in survey, usually the researchers are interested to get the opinion of people. Okay, so there are three major characteristics that most surveys possess. Number one is information is collected from a group of people in order to describe some aspects of the population. So population is actually the a whole number in a given group which we are interested to study. So for example, if we are interested to study the whole the people in Pakistan, so population will be the uh, 210 million people of Pakistan. But as we are unable to uh, access and to access all these people, so we get some samples. Okay, so we don't have enough resources to access all the member of a population, so we take some samples. Okay, and the second is information is collected by asking questions of the members of the selected group. And the third one is information is collected from a sample rather than from every member of the population. As I explained in the point one, that we don't consider the whole population, we select some samples. Those samples represent the entire population. So this point should be clear to you, that what is the difference between sample and population. Okay, so for example, if I am interested to study the behavior of students in a given class, and let's say there are 40 students in that class, so the whole population is these 40 students, and then I select few people from that class, and those few peoples actually represent these 40 students, and these selected few students will be our samples. Okay, okay, so why are surveys conducted? So the purpose of survey is to describe the characteristic of a population, and researchers find out how the members of a population distribute themselves on one or more variables. Variables are some characteristics, and a selected sample is surveyed, and the description of the population is inferred from what is found out about the sample. So we study the sample, and then we generalize the outcome of this sample to the whole population. And in descriptive surveys, researchers are not as concerned about why the observed distribution exists as with what the distribution is. Okay, so in descriptive surveys, researchers are not concerned about the observed distribution, but so this is actually like the we are not interested why the observation distribution is that way, but we are interested what is the distribution, not why the distribution, but what is the distribution. So we in descriptive surveys, the point of interest is the to find the distribution, and not to find why the distribution is in that way. Okay, so types of survey, there are two types of surveys. One is called cross-sectional survey, and another is called longitudinal survey. So in cross-sectional survey, uh, The 1 minute. Okay, and cross-sectional survey information are collected from a sample that has been drawn from a predetermined population. We have some population and we select some samples from that population, and information is collected at just one point in time. Okay, one point in time means that in one duration those informations are collected. Okay, so let's say we are interested in a survey, so we can either collect information in a single day or in a week or in a month, but this is one unit of time or one duration. So in cross-sectional survey, we collect information in the same duration. Okay, now in longitudinal survey, so in longitudinal survey, information is collected at different points in time in order to study changes over time. Okay, so now, for example, we have 100 samples here. So in these 100 samples, uh, in cross-sectional survey, we get information from these 100 samples once. Okay, and in longitudinal survey, what we do is this is a study over a period of time. So in this longitudinal survey, we collect information from these 100 sample, let's say today, and then we collect the same information, I mean the same question after a month, and then we collect similar information, let's say after 6 months, after a year, after 2 years. So in this longitudinal survey, this is observation over a period of time, and the observation are collected from the uh, whole setup, from all the samples. Okay, so in cross-sectional survey, the information is collected once from each sample, while in longitudinal survey, the information from the same sample is collected multiple times at different time slots. Okay, now steps in survey research. So the following steps are used in conjunction with performing proper survey in research. So what are the steps? Defining the problem, identifying the target population, and choosing the mode of data collection. So we first we define the problem, what is our problem, then we identify what will be the target population, and then we also select the sample, as we can't access the whole population set, so we select the samples, and then choosing the mode of data collection, that how we will collect data. So it can be in a form of mail survey, telephone survey, or personal interview. So there is different techniques can be used in survey research. Okay, now the the other steps that are used in preparing the survey. So the first is select the samples, and then preparing the instrument. Instrument is questionnaire, and the questionnaire can be close-ended question or it can have open-ended questions. So in close-ended questions, we give a question, and then we give a set of answers, let's say answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, and then the interviewee select one option from multiple options. Okay, so we give a series of options, and then in the interviewee select one option from a given set of answers. And an open-ended question, we just give questions and we don't provide options. It is open-ended questions. The interviewee then can give any answer as he desires. Okay, and pre-testing the questionnaire and training interviewers. So we have to train the interviewers. Okay, now ideal versus actual sample for a specific question. Okay, let's say this is the whole population, and the ideal samples are, let's say, 1000 are randomly selected samples. So here 800 less than those researchers unable to contact. Let's say we select that we will access those 1000 people, but what actually happened, so the researcher were able to access only 800 samples. Okay, and then and those 800 samples who were accessed, 700 uh, provided answer and 100 refused to participate. Okay, now this is 1000 is plus those replaced randomly. So now we had these 700 who participated. Okay, and now we added 300 more randomly selected people. Okay, and these now again this is 1000, but finally we receive responses from 900 people. Okay, so this is how this interview is. The actual things are usually like the actual response which we get. Okay, so usually we select a set of people, then we distribute the survey, and then we get the responses, and the responses are less than those who are provided the questionnaires. Okay, so this is the situation. Okay, now non-response. And almost all surveys, some members of the sample will not respond. Okay, item non-response is due to unclear or questionable form of wording, or non-response is a serious problem in many surveys. Yes, because many people there don't respond. A variety of techniques are employed to reduce this problem. Example given, rewards or incentive for completing the service, because in most of the cases people don't want to waste their time on these surveys, because they have no interest in these things. So then the researchers have to try the alternate technique so that they can get maximum response from the people. Okay, now data analysis and survey research. So after researcher receive the completed questionnaire, the task of summarizing the results remain. The total size of the sample and total percentage of returns should be reported. The percentage of the total sample responding for each item and the percentage of respondents who choose each alternative for each question should be given. So these are the different things that need to be analyzed. Okay, thank you.